and stuff like refrigerator or TV?
Cooking, lighting, and the oil for the cars.
I use in my kitchen at home, air conditioner.
Definitely, yeah. We need to start using renewable sources of energy. We need to stop burning fossil fuels.
I think renewable energy is very good because it's very safe for the environment.
Renewable energy is really good, environment friendly. I think it's cheaper.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the show. You guys just watched an interview about a very important topic that I think is quite confidential, and whatever I say to you today, please forget it, okay? So I would like to leave it to the experts. They will explain how energy and pollution related to each other and how it impacts our life. I'm Jimmy and you are watching the early show. To make this talk more interesting, today's guests are...
Hello Jimmy.
Good to see you again, Jimmy.
Hello guys. So you guys, how are you guys doing lately?
So my company is doing well and the profit is going up. I'm actually really happy with my job right now. My income actually tripled compared to the last 2 years, and the market is blooming due to the scarcity of the oil.
Oh, that's fantastic to hear from you, Rose.
Oh, and I just came back from Cannes for the film festival.
Oh yeah, I have a picture of you like you.
Oh, right, yeah.
Very beautiful. So, I heard you're very close to Brad, right?
Yeah, I'm actually, we are doing campaigns together on the renewable energy. Do some investment on my project, going someplace. Yeah, we're having very good time.
So now Rose and Leo, as I remember mentioned earlier, I wonder how these different types of energy sources really impact our daily life. And what is the cost to it for the environment? Because we are stuck on a thin ice right now.
So basically, my oil company work on the fossil fuels. We extract the resources out of the ground, oil creek, crude oil and stuff.
The energy sources that I'm promoting is renewable energy. Like I'm promoting like wind, solar power and hydropower. And what Rose have is totally different from mine. From the way they are produced and from the way they consume and the way they meet at the market's demand.
Well, can you guys clarify a bit more?
In a nutshell, I'm the bad guy side and Leo is the good side.
So you're like Thanos and Leo is the against.
Right.
Yeah. My energy is the dominant energy sources on the market. But then over time, even though my business is doing on a good pace, but then the sources are quite limited, the oil cannot reproduce themselves.
And renewable energy are not limited, but then it's very expensive to produce it.
We have some questions from the audience here. Please, sir.
What energy should I use?
Well, it's a really interesting question and a hot topic on newspaper these days. You must have heard a lot of controversial things about it. Let's see if my game can answer your question. Trust me, I will tell you the truth. This game is originally for couples, but I think you guys will be fine. Okay, first question. Which energy source is limited? Fossil fuel. Yeah, correct. Which one costs more to produce? Right. Which one costs more money to buy? Fossil fuel. Yeah, interesting. Which one have negative impacts on the environment? Fossil fuel again. Which energy source used the most? Fossil fuel. Okay. Which energy source is found first? Fossil fuel all the time. Which one is the best energy source? And that ends our first part of the show. We will be back after this commercial. Rose and Leo, I want to conclude the information a bit. We need to be a bit more serious here. So Rose, can you give me some reason why, as we see through the game, why can't we stop using fossil fuels?
So, well, there are three main reasons. Because the first one is because of its efficiency, the second one is because of its convenience to the society, and the last one is it has a very important role in our development.
Well, is it true that fossil fuel is poisoning our planet?
Yes, that's totally true. The carbon dioxide, the greenhouse gases, and all that stuff.
So Rose, will we ever be able to stop using fossil fuels and switch to the alternative like solar power and hydropower?
They have been using the fossil fuels for the last 200 years, and they left some pretty enormous shoes to fill. And as they currently stand, no alternative sources up to the task. It is going to take some more research and development to get one or many new sources of energy up to a sufficient level of production to replace the dinosaur fuels. Despite the difficulty, though, Leo, I think it must be done, and we simply cannot go on burning fossil fuels with no thought to the consequences. The fossil fuels are undeniable, excellent fuels, but the negative externalities of their use, they harm to the human health, the environment, and the society far outweigh any benefit of continuing their use.
And Leo, may I ask, why do people advocate for renewable energy? Or more specific, why do you advocate for renewable energy?
So Jimmy, I just built a house over the California Bay. Wow! And its entire interiors are functioned by renewable energy. So for example, solar power is on my roof and a wind turbine is in my backyard. So I wonder, why do people have to use fossil fuel while there are other alternatives? So I start my investment in campaigns to raise people awareness about the use of energy, renewable energy, and how it has a positive impact on our environment.
Well, Leo, you are a Hollywood star, you have the ability, but what if the normal person from a developing country wants to save the environment? Then what can they do? Of course, they can afford solar panels or wind turbines in the backyard.
Well, they can do a lot of things, like reduce their use of fossil fuel by travel by public transportation, use less plastic because plastic items are also made from oil, as you know. So just as small things that like you can save the whole environment.
Wow, I totally agree with both of you. Well, thank you, Leo and Rose, for coming to my show today. I will see you next time on Sunday morning. It's Jimmy on the early show, premiered on Bill channel.
Resources out of the growth,
What they have produced and the
Need to be a bit serious.
environment.
Thank you.
Trời đất ơi, nó hét là sao mà nó hết hồn luôn cô chú. Nó cười.
Buckets, feel it, go, find it.